What do you think of when you hear the words couch co-op? For most, it harks back to a simpler time, nudging your friend's elbows as you try to deal a deathly blow in some retro fighting game. For others, it's all about the teamwork, chasing that gratifying high five at the end of a colossally challenging mission. Whatever it means to you then, this latest Xbox sale is going to redefine what it means to you now, with up-to-date graphics, genre-defining mechanics, and some of the best savings you can find anywhere. Myself and my player 2 for the day, Bex, will be taking you through some of our favourite picks from this couch co-op sale, which has everything from supersonic, acrobatic, rocket-powered battle cars to worms. Lots of worms. And of course, if you can convince your multiplayer partner to split the cost, these bargains get even better. That's just cooperation in action. When it comes to sharing a screen, there's nothing better than a good old-fashioned punch-up, and there's a ton on offer this week for fighter fans. Our pick of the bunch is Dragon Ball FighterZ with a Super Saiyan-worthy 75% off. If, like us, you grew up on tales of blokes with big eyes and bigger hair yelling and chucking massive fireballs at each other, then this is going to be the fighting game for you. You build your own dream team of 3 Dragon Ballers from a roster of 21 characters, including Goku, Piccolo, Vegeta, and all your other favourites. Plus Android 21, a brand new character who was created in collaboration with Mr. Dragon Ball himself, Akira Toriyama. And if that's not enough choice for you, then the Special FighterZ edition is also 75% off this week, packaging up the base game with an extra 8 fighters. And the fights themselves are everything you'd hope for, with a gorgeous art style that looks like it's been ripped straight from the anime, and the kind of explosive key-powered special moves you'd expect to see in a Dragon Ball duel.
If your fighting tastes run a little more old school though, then you might want to check out the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection, which is half price this week. This will get you a dozen games from the legendary fighting game series, including the all-time classic Street Fighter 2, so you can show off your skills with that old Hadouken half circle. It's like riding a bike, you never really forget. Also on offer is Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which takes all the finest Street Fighters and their Capcom colleagues from games like Resident Evil and Devil May Cry and pits them against the heroes of the Marvel Universe. So if you've ever wondered who'd win in a showdown between Ryu and Rocket Raccoon, or if the Hulk could take out Nemesis, this is your chance to find out, all for 60% off. See what we mean? If you're into fighting games, you're absolutely spoiled for choice this week. Better start warming up those thumbs and practicing those combos.
You gotta hunt vaults in style, so be sure to stop by a quick change machine to spice up your look or have invasive head transplant surgery. What could go wrong?
So, you've probably heard that Borderlands 3 has over 1 billion guns for you to loot and shoot with. That's enough that you won't mind sharing, right? After all, 1 billion plus guns divided by 2 is still a lot of guns. And speaking of divided by 2, that is exactly what's happened to the price of Borderlands 3. It's half price. You're getting a lot of bang for your buck here, or kaboom for your quid? Anyway, on top of all those guns, there are 4 huge planets to travel between, with an endless supply of bandits, beasts, and bosses to blast on the way. And there are 4 Vault Hunters to pick from, offering totally unique playstyles from Slick Assassin Zane to Walking Pet Shop Flak. And if you're playing with a friend, there are all sorts of combos and synergies to be found in each team-up. And even if you both want to play as the same class, don't worry. Every hunter comes with 3 mix and matchable skill trees, so you can still spec in totally different directions and end up with 2 unique characters. And that's before you factor in all those sweet guns.
I'm not gonna lie, it's real ugly out there.
There's nothing stronger than the bonds of family and friends. A strong message that's always been persistent in the Gears franchise. Stronger yet is Gears 5's superb execution of couch co-op in the most immersive and expansive campaign in franchise history. You can embark on Kate Diaz's life-changing continuation of the story with up to 2 of your mates, as Gears 5's price has been chainsawed right down the middle to a very nice 50% off. The real nifty part here is that if you do happen to have a couch full of buddies, one of you will be able to control Jack, our personal MVP of the game. Jack has a skill tree that is customizable, bringing a slight RPG element to Gears 5, but you'll want to pay close attention to the task at hand, because swapping out Jack's abilities on the fly to suit any situation will be the mark of an elite player.
This is all well and good, but what about if there's just 2 of you? Well, the game will control an AI version of whoever you happen to leave out of the character select screen, so not to worry about feeling underpowered in your struggle against the Locust. Gears 5 was an unprecedented leap forward for the franchise, and all of it presented in stunning 4K HDR with some of the most advanced Xbox One X enhancements we've ever seen on Xbox One. So whether you're a fan of the series or a newcomer, this is a great entry point thanks to its user-friendly introductions to the story thus far, as well as its general badassery with big guns, big characters, and bigger enemies to take down. But why stop there though, because you could actually play the entire Gears catalogue with an Xbox Game Pass Ultimate subscription, and if you're a newcomer to the service, that's a lot of bug squashing action for just £1, $1 or €1.
Rayman, one of our favourite limbless protagonists in all of gaming. Want to reminisce about early Saturday mornings arguing over who gets the controller to save whatever shenanigans Glowbox has gotten himself up to? I can't be the only one. Well, have no fear. With Rayman Legends, now you can play cooperatively with up to 4 players. Travel back to the Glade of Dreams in this beautiful side-scroller to take on a variety of new monsters and nightmares to restore peace and save the teenies. This game is jam-packed with fun for all ages. Grab up to 4 controllers to play as your own individual characters together. Work through puzzling levels, mini-games, and take on challenges together to earn loot and high scores. This is the perfect couch co-op to reminisce to or introduce new gamers to the beauty of side-scrollers. All for a lot less right now.
Now might be as good a time as any to invest in some new sports titles, and I'm willing to bet you've never seen one quite like this before. Rocket League blends the worlds of football, automobiles, and aerial acrobatics into one big physics-based mashup that has quickly climbed the ranks to become one of the world's most exciting esports. And if you want in, I mean, who could blame you, you can grab it now for 50% off. Every game mode in Rocket League can be played in local split screen, so there's nothing holding you back from scoring some incredibly technical goals here. Plus, as an added bonus to Xbox players, there's some free cosmetics thrown into the mix. Level up your experience with a Rocket Pass and start leveling it up with challenges to expand your garage of zany decals, wheels, toppers, and more. Rocket League can be a tricky one to wrap your head around at first, but put in the time and you'll be well on your way to Grand Champ status.
Next up is something a little different. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons, which is a story game that works a bit like co-op in reverse. You've got 1 controller, but 2 characters to control, both at the same time. You're steering 1 brother with each hand, which creates puzzles where you'll have to split your brain in 2, and eventually allows for some unforgettable story moments that'll break your heart in 2 as well. Of course, if you don't mind budging up on the sofa, you could always share with a friend or sibling and take a thumbstick each. But Brothers is also a good option for anyone who hasn't got a couch play pal handy right now, but still fancies a bit of co-op company, because you can be your own buddy, or your own brother, more to the point. It's an unusual one, but in a very good way, and with 75% off is well worth taking a chance on. Or if you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, you can play as part of your subscription risk-free. Either way, you won't regret it.
Julia! Guys!
Now, for those braver souls amongst us, how about an intense cinematic horror that will get your heart pounding and your fingers twitching? The first installment of the Dark Pictures anthology Man of Medan is on offer right now with 50% off. This is perfect for spooky nights on the sofa, hiding behind the pillows. You'll be playing as a group of 5 friends who have set off on a fun diving expedition, only to end up in a ghost ship mystery survival kind of situation, and it's up to you to decide their fates. Every character can get out alive or perish in unpleasant ways depending on your choices within the game, so, no pressure. Man of Medan's multiplayer works in a really interesting way. The movie night mode is a pass-the-pad experience where you take 1 character each. There are 5 survivors, or victims depending on how it goes. So that means 5 of you can play together on a single controller.
Now finally we've got a Deals with Gold offer for you. These are exclusive deals that are only available for Xbox Live Gold members, so you'll need to be signed up to take advantage of them. We're getting a wriggle on with one of the all-time classics of couch multiplayers, the Worms games, specifically Worms Battlegrounds, for 70% off. If you've never experienced the joy of prodding a rival player off a cliff or steering a super sheep through the sky, well, then frankly you've been missing out. This is a side-on game of strategy, careful aiming, and pressing the wrong button and chucking yourself into the drink by accident. All the classic weird and wonderful weapons are present and correct, from the holy hand grenade to the all-powerful concrete donkey, meaning worm-on-worm warfare is just as hilarious as ever. Honestly, there's never been a better time to get worms. On your console.
So there you have it, some brilliant deals that will keep you and your nearest and dearest glued to the sofa. Smash that like button, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Bye!